Hello everybody, it's the Bricklord here, back with another Ninjago video, and today is a video I am super excited to make because it is my halfway special regarding Season 15 Seabound and all my thoughts about it. So yeah, we're halfway through Season 15, which is just amazing. And as you guys know, I have not been doing episode reviews purely out of I don't have the time to do those. And especially with more episodes are going to be coming out more frequently here soon. And I really wouldn't have the time to do episode reviews. So I am, as I mentioned before, doing this halfway point kind of video and all my thoughts regarding the season as of now. And then I'll do a final thoughts video and then obviously update my rankings after season 15 is over. But yeah. So I'm just going to give all of my thoughts now that Seabound is halfway through, pros and cons and kind of the overall plot. And then probably I will give maybe an overall score out of 10 or maybe individual episodes. I don't know, but I will give some kind of scoring as well. So yeah, not a whole lot else to mention, but yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and go through all my thoughts. Super excited to do this. And yeah, I hope you guys will enjoy this. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and dive right in. And the last thing I want to mention before we get this video started is the warning of spoilers. Please turn away now if you have not watched the episodes of Seabound yet. Go ahead, please go watch those. You can probably find them on YouTube right now, but go watch those because this video will definitely, for sure, contain spoilers of stuff that happens in Season 15. So please, I don't want to ruin it for you guys. So once again, go watch those episodes and then come back to this video. And the first thing I'm going to talk about is the plot so far. Alright, so as for the whole plot of the season so far, the season starts off and it kind of actually gets right to the point. The ninjas are on a mission in a farming village and Nia tries to use her powers and it kind of goes haywire and she can't control her powers. And so then eventually the ninjas are kind of looking into why her powers are going kind of haywire. Zane and Pixel go to the ocean and then find an energy surge. And then that basically gets the whole ninja team where they're going to head down to the undersea and try to figure out what's happening. Maya and Ray return to the show to help Nia out. And that's great to have them return. But then Nia, Lloyd, Zane, Jay, and Pixel head down in the sea in the Hydro Bounty, which looks great, by the way. And they end up finding kind of an underwater city, an abandoned temple, and then they also kind of get a glimpse at Prince Calamar, and then they learn that they see like a creature that he's trying to awake, and it's Wochira. Then eventually Nia and Maya are captured, the Hydro Bounty is crashed, and then the ninjas are trying to restart the Hydro Bounty. Nia and Maya are kind of stuck in the temple at Calamar's kind of command, and Calamar's trying to get information out of them. Then later we learn about Calamar's father and kind of more about Calamar and his adopted brother, Benthamar. And the king, Trimar, is really nice. He's a good guy. Calamar is pure evil. And his adopted brother, Benthamar, is a pretty nice guy and character. Then as the plot kind of gets more in, Calamar is even more evil. He goes out of his way, like he sunk the ninja's Hydro Bounty. He ends up killing his dad and King Triamar, which leaves him in charge of the Merlopian army. Then he also sets his course to get rid of Benthamar and basically stop the ninjas for good and reawaken Wochira. And that's really where we're at now. And also we get the backstory of Benthamar and how he got adopted. But yeah, that's the plot so far. And oh my gosh, it's rock solid. So yeah, well done. And the next segment of this video is going to be talking about the pros of the season so far. Alrighty, getting right into pros, I'm actually going to start with, and it lines up perfectly with the image on screen right now, is Prince or King Calamar. Oh my gosh, this man is a beast, and he is an incredible character so far. This guy rocks. I love his design. I love his voice. I love his motives. He wants to reawaken Wochira because he doesn't like the surface dwellers or really anybody but his kind. And so, yeah, I mean, he has cool motives and a cool design, everything. This guy just rocks. Also, as for other character pros, Benthamar, his adopted brother, is great. What we've seen of him, he has a sad backstory. But King Triamar, Calamar's father, which I'll get to in a second, Benthamar, adopted Benthamar. Benthamar is really cool, helps out the ninja, good design as well. As I mentioned, King Triamar, Calamar's father, another really good pro. Great guy, had a good, story and everything, and was a good king and everything. And Calamar ended up killing him, which is another pro of this season. There was an on-screen death. It was done incredible. So Calamar just rocks. Triamar was good for the time he was here. Benthamar is still good. Other character pros, Nia, her focus season, she's done pretty well. I haven't really had any complaints about her too much yet. Ray and Maya, now this is kind of a split pro and con, but I am glad to see Ray and Maya return. And all the ninjas so far are good. I love the setting, which is another pro. Seeing Wochira is another pro. The Merlopian army looks pretty sweet. They haven't done too much dialogue or talking, and there's nothing super, army-wise, special or unique about them too much, but looks alone pretty darn awesome. And so far this season just has so many pros. I'm running out of good things. The Hydro Bounty looks incredible. Also, just the animation of the sea looks great, and the animation of the season as a whole is excellent. Just so many incredible and great things. This season just has so many pros towards it. It really is amazing. They've done so many good things with it. And yes, like I said, the setting is good. There's just so many pros to this season, and it just, is working out so well. And I love how each episode, brings something new, and the plot just keeps getting deeper. Haha, pun there with the C. But yeah, so far, there's so many pros. The season is incredible, and they've done so many things right. I don't know if I'm forgetting some pros as well. I guess great action and stuff, emotion. Yeah, so far, it definitely has rocked. And yeah, there is so many pros to this season. And the next segment is the cons of the season so far. And now getting into the cons of the season so far, if you guys couldn't tell by the pros segment, this season is really good in my opinion, and I really am not going to have too many cons to talk about. I guess the first one I will mention is kind of with Nia in the early episodes about her complaining that, it was just a minor issue, her powers, and she didn't cause too much issue, blah, 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 and that kind of was reoccurring. It doesn't bother me all that much, but I will mention it as a con. Also, as I mentioned before, kind of Ray and Maya, some people are kind of on the fence with these characters returning. I'm glad they have returned. Some people say they're out of character. I don't think they're really too out of character. They have, I guess, there's been a couple moments, little moments, but nothing really that major, and nothing that's bothered me all that much. But I, again, figured I would mention it here in the cons. Also, jokes. A couple times the jokes haven't really landed incredible in this season. The one I can think of right away was actually from the most recent episode, second most recent episode, when the ninjas are escaping Merlopia, and Jay about the bubble something city, that one wasn't that great. So sometimes they don't land, but otherwise though, not too bad. Really all in all, there's not too many cons to this season. Everything has been pretty decent so far. And yeah, again, very minor things that have been cons. Overall though, not too many issues. Again, I wouldn't even say too slow of a start. The season did kind of get to the point about Nia's powers, but I guess there was a little bit of it didn't get right to the sea right away, but that's, not really that big of a con either. Obviously they're not going to be, swimming in the ocean right away, so I can't fault it too much there even. So yeah, all in all, there's really hardly any cons to this season so far. And yeah, it's looking incredible as of now. And so yeah, no cons really. So yeah, well done. And for this last segment, I'm going to give individual episodes a score out of 10, and then I'm going to give the overall season a score out of 10. Alrighty, for the first episode, the premiere of this season, A Big Splash. As for my rating out of 10, well, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Definitely the best premiere we've had in a long, long time. Definitely like the last pretty good premiere was season 8. Otherwise, though, they really haven't been my favorite premieres recently. So yeah, definitely a major step forward and pretty darn well done. Gets to the point. So yeah, pretty happy with this episode. So once again, 9 out of 10. And moving right along, the next episode, The Call of the Deep. This episode is pretty good. Nothing great, but nothing bad either. Like, it's just fine. I'm not going to consider it bad, but it's nothing great either, like I said. So, the best way to put it is it's kind of right there on the good, but not great side. So kind of in the middle between that. And for that, though, I'm still going to give it an 8 out of 10. It's a solid episode and continues the story well. So yeah, a pretty well done episode, all things considered still. And as for the third episode, Unsinkable, this episode is pretty good as well. I really like how it gets the ninjas to the Hydro Bounty and they start exploring the ocean, and we get a good look at kind of what our setting for a lot of the rest of the season is going to be, and the story still moves right along nicely. So yeah, it's a well done episode, and I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. Pretty darn good. Hydro Bounty looks great. So yeah, pretty good. And as for the fourth episode, 5,000 Fathoms Down, which is a mouthful, but oh my gosh, this episode is incredible. Easily a 10 out of 10. We get to see Wochira, Calamar, the Merlopians, everything in this episode just works so well. And this episode has a great plot and everything. And yeah, it's incredible. Easily 10 out of 10. And one of the greatest episodes so far from all of Seabound. So yes, absolutely deserving of 10 out of 10 for sure. And the next episode, The Wrath of Calamar, another pretty good episode. It's kind of like The Call of the Deep. It's nothing absolutely incredible or great, but it's definitely not bad. Again, it's like right there in that good area. And for that, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. A solid episode, still continues the story nicely, and everything in it pretty well works. It's a well done episode, all things considered as well. So yeah, once again, 8 out of 10, still solid in my opinion. And the next episode is Long Live the King, and this episode easily, again, is an absolute 10 out of 10. This episode is incredible, and the best episode, I would say, probably so far from Seabound. The on-screen death is incredible. Calamar is pure evil. This episode was just incredible in every way, and yeah, once again, absolutely, for sure, deserving of 10 out of 10. This episode absolutely rocked, and again, probably my favorite episode so far of Seabound. And the next episode is The Escape from Merlopia, and I am borrowing Daly's title card he made because we do not have the official kind of title card for it yet, so thanks to Daly for making a temporary one. But yeah, this episode, pretty darn good. I really love action-packed, kind of just moving episodes like this one, and for that, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. All the action in this episode worked. The whole chase with the kind of manta rays that the Merlopians were riding, trying to catch the Hydro Bounty and shooting torpedoes, everything worked. It was a fun episode. Definitely enjoyed every second of it, and it was a really solid action episode. So yeah, 9 out of 10 for sure. And for the final rating out of 10 for the individual episodes here is The Tale of Benthamar, and I'm going to give this episode a 10 out of 10. This episode was incredible, the backstory was excellent, and thank goodness it was not anime, and it did not ruin this episode. Benthamar is an amazing character, so is Triamar, and yeah, this episode was really great as a whole, and very emotional, but very well done. So yeah, once again, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10, well done episode. And now for an overall season score out of 10. If you guys can't tell, I think this season is really absolutely incredible. And for an overall rating out of 10, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. There's a couple episodes that are the 8s, but a lot of them are the 9s and 10s. And this season is just really absolutely incredible. So yeah, I'm definitely going to give it an overall score of 9 out of 10. This is a very well done season. And dare I say it's going to possibly make top 5 seasons. And that'll now conclude my video for my Seabound kind of halfway overall thoughts, just talking about everything. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know that I wanted to give my thoughts for you guys. I know probably many of you were wondering with me not doing episode reviews and kind of wondering what my thoughts were on Seabound. And so yeah, here it is so far. I think it's a pretty incredible season and really well done, all things considered. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I do want to mention right now, I do have my own own Discord server, so if you guys would like to join that, you guys can chat with me kind of individually per se, and other Ninjago YouTubers and fans. It's a cool place. I would, recommend joining it if you would like to chat with me more. But yeah, also while you're kind of down in the description in that way, if you guys could hit the like button, that would be appreciated. Also, if you guys could hit that subscribe button, that would definitely be appreciated. Guys, we're past 185 subscribers. You guys rock. We're nearing 200. I definitely can't wait to hit that with you guys. But yeah, also hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything from me. But yeah, all things considered here though, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, really, I don't have a whole lot else to say except stay tuned for future videos. So yeah, with all that said, I will see you all in the next video. So bye.